Hello, I'm Brent Ellis. I'm the president at Arbor University. I wanted to reach out to you today. I know there have been a lot of questions in and around what is taking place with Muffet Hall. Wanted to let you know that next week, October 21st, we will begin the demolition process of Muffet. And I'm thankful to come in today and to see the memories that have been related on the wall, celebrating the connections and the friendships that have been forged. One jumped out to me specifically that said, "My best friends were made here." We know that one of the things that we celebrate at Arbor University is the community that is forged with our students, with our faculty, with our staff. And one of the most significant places that transpires is in a residence hall. And so as a residence hall is built, we keep community in mind. And at the same time, when a residence hall is taken down, we also understand the difficulty that can mean for those who have built and forged those friendships and have experienced that community in firsthand ways, like many of you that lived in Muffet Hall. And so I wanted to let you know that this is not a decision that has come too lightly. Over the course of the last number of years, one of the things that we've realized is that Ormston and Muffet, neither of them, again, built in the early 1940s, no longer meet the desires and the needs of our current students. But as we examined Muffet Hall, and we brought in structural engineers and began to look and see what could be done to help Muffet, the consensus of those engineers was that the foundation really had irreparable damage. And it was interesting, I remember telling and walking through this story and kind of this conclusion of our examination several months ago with a woman who was sharing with me that she was one of the first individuals that worked in the kitchen and provided meals in the basement for our students. And she said the very first day we opened Muffet, a huge flood came into the basement and flooded the entire basement. And I said, so since 1941, we've been having this type of water damage. The cost for us to do the foundation repair is beyond what makes sense for this facility. And so, as I said, October 21st, we'll begin that demolition process. And the result of it will be an integration into our existing plaza and an expansion of green space for our students. But one of the pieces in that green space that I want you to know is that we're going to try to memorialize much of what's written on the wall behind me, to tell the story of Muffet Hall and to provide a place for you in this location that will help tell your story and help provide you a place to come and connect again, to remember the great friendships that were built here, but also as an example of how we can take something and as we remove it, we actually can take steps forward in accomplishing a greater vision for the institution. And we thank you for helping us remember how critical this place has been in the life and the development of so many of our students. And so again, thank you for sharing those stories with us. And we do, even in the midst of tearing down Muffet, we celebrate all that Muffet has meant for our community.